Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bazil. Welcome to just a random video that I would like to do, and this is going to be entitled One Big Happy Server. I I know it's corny, but that's fine. So, there was an idea proposed on Reddit. No, I'm sorry, it was on Twitter. My apologies. It was on Twitter. And it came from while we were discussing servers and kind of population because Jewel, aka Laughter, was kind of asking, is the population of Wildstar gonna get any better? Because she was on a PvP server. Because she asked me, is it okay to come back? I'm worried about it, and I had to explain to her that NCSoft said that they are going to support Wildstar for the foreseeable future. The game's looking very, very well. Drop 4 is going to be really, really cool. And so she resubbed, which is really awesome to kind of have someone that was playing the game originally come back just based off of another community member saying, yeah, I think the game's going to be really cool. But me, Chestnut, and Father Moose were all kind of talking to her and just kind of trying to come up with some ideas. And this kind of goes out, really, I guess, to Cougar technically, since he's kind of in charge of the whole server thing. But they proposed having one big mega server instead of having two PvE and a PvP server, because right now the population is, well, quite frankly, it's not good on the PvP side. When you're leveling, you hardly see anybody. There's almost no one really in any of the zones. Now, I haven't leveled on the PvE side, but from what I've been told and from what I have kind of seen on Reddit and on the forums, is that it's much more active. So would it be possible, at least until the population starts to grow and starts to flourish again next year, would it be possible to remove the PvP server entirely and change the server to just one big mega server? Have everyone on a server that has PvP open world open all the time, but the only difference is the flagging system. You log on and you have some sort of checkbox or some sort of option where you can turn on and off the PvP flag, much like you can in a PvE server, but you would be more, I guess, open to world PvP if you were flagged all the time by auto default. I guess it kind of is pretty much a lot like a PvE server, but in reverse. Or we could just do that, is have one giant big server that's PvE, but when you get into, I don't know, certain zones, or if you want to click the option if you're always flagged for PvP, or however you would want to set that up. But I'm wondering if that's possible and if that's something that Carbine has actually considered, because I think it would improve the overall state of the game right now. And, honestly, the game will grow next year. I sincerely believe that the game is going to grow and the population is going to spike up again. Why? Well, because Drop 4 is definitely promising a lot of really cool stuff. And quite frankly, now that World of Warcraft has been out for about a month now, a lot of people are saying, okay, this is cool, but it's kind of the same thing. Garrisons are interesting, but honestly, their dailies pretty much hidden very well behind something that you feel is yours and you're invested in. It's really much the same thing. So I feel that if we were able to all collaborate on one big server until the population really kind of got boosted a lot higher, so that we could have those two servers safely on a PvP and PvE server kind of database, that would really, really help in terms of not only leveling your alts, but just in terms of the whole overall perception of the game. PvP servers are only useful if the population is there to support it. Right now, the state of PvP is not in a good state. I'm really hoping Drop 4 definitely brings more people to PvP servers. But honestly, I think until we have a much more stable population and a much more stable player base, it would be good just to have everyone on one server. Now, if that lasts for a month, if that lasts for 6 months, I don't think it's a big deal how long it lasts. But as long as the community is able to collaborate with each other as a whole, that would be really awesome. Because quite frankly, there's a lot of people that are on a PvP server that oops, sorry about that. I dropped something on my keyboard because I'm special. What was I saying? All right. So there's a lot of people that are on a PvP server that have friends and family that have all moved to the PvE server, and they're only staying because of the guild or just because they're stubborn like I am, and I don't like PvE servers, mainly because I like the whole open world PvE or PvP aspect. So I think that if you were to force everyone onto one server, it might just be better for the time being. But, it's just a kind of an idea that was proposed on Twitter by a couple of us. And thank you for the discussion. It was a lot of fun on Twitter. But, yeah, Cougar, this kind of a question for you or kind of an idea. But, yeah, let me know what you think, guys. Take care. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, and we'll see you next time. Enkai.